What's that?
What's that you said?
I said, bring out the lard and onions, honey. I'm gutting you a buck.
Okay, we gotta start the story up a little bit here, but I'll tell you my side of it. This morning, I'm at my tree stand. It is November 16th, 2009. And yesterday I told you I had that little small spike, or actually like a little 5-point, maybe a forkhorn come in. And I had a real nice little spike come in behind me, and he came up and he was right there by that stump. I mean, that's not even, I don't know, 12 paces from my tree. And then he left, and that other forkhorn came in, and he started working on that tree right there. I mean, and Matt and I are on the radio. Matt's like, just smoke him, just burn, you know, let's get him. I said, no, I think he's headed that way. So he came back off that tree and he walked to the west, and then he just kept coming back through the woods. I was telling Matt, I said, I think you're gonna get a chance. You keep your eyes out. If you see him, it's that little buck. And I just heard Mr. Abbott shoot. And I believe, put on the lard and onions, honey. He's gutting us a buck. Mr. Abbott's still up in his tree. Right there. We're gonna go with this, get the story.
What's that?
What's that you said?
I said, bring out the lard and onions, honey. I'm gutting you a buck.
Okay, so I gotta hear the story.
All right, hold on.
So
Tell me when I'm gonna turn the radio on.
we had to go over and get the deer. He was still kicking a little bit. So let's take a look at him here, Mr. Abbott.
Okay.
Get over there.
Oh, I'm gonna take my radio off.
Oh.
All right, somewhere I got this radio on here because Scott and I were chatting there. I'm gonna pull this off. I'm kind of tangled through here. Scott gives me, Scott and I were talking.
What was that? It sounds like a story starting, but I can't quite understand.
Set my radio. So there it was. I'm sitting, and Scott had let me know that he's got a spike coming through, and tells me it had come from the east, and he goes through that story and took back off to the east, and I'm looking, and as I'm looking off to my east, he tells me he's got another deer coming in. It looks like the same deer he saw yesterday, a little 4-point that's come up to him, I think from the west, you said.
Yep.
He came from the west. And he's working a tree over there, and Scott's keeping me apprised. And I actually said to the radio, through the radio, if you got a shot, take him. And well, he turned south towards me, according to Scott, but he was west of him. So I start looking off to the west. It took quite a while for me to spot him. It was probably, well, it's slow time, so it had to be a good 5 minutes. And I caught him probably about 20 yards east of the rock pile in the woods, walking the tree line. And he was walking at a decent enough clip that he needed to stop or slow down if I was going to take a shot on this side. So he comes walking, and there's a clearing from my tree stand, which is right up here. You can see the rope hanging, and there's a clearing that's probably about I think it's probably about a 60-yard shot. There's a clearing right here where I thought, I've got the shot right there if I can get him to stop. Well, he just blew right through there.
So he's walking along this right here.
Yeah, that's exactly where he's walking. And
yep.
It's tough to see unless you're up in my stand, the clearing, but there's a good spot right there where I thought, if I can get him to stop there, I'll take the shot. And he just blew right through it, and I thought, come on. So he kept on walking, and he came just to the other side of this burn here, just on the other side, and there's just a little clearing, and he kind of got his head tucked behind a tree. Head gets tucked behind a tree, but he stopped, broadside to me. I drew up on him, took a deep breath, told myself, you're at the range and this is target practice. and I heard a big loud noise. Next thing I know, he hit the ground he hit the ground. He didn't move. He hit the ground right there, kicked a little bit, and he kicked. I stayed up in the tree. I tell you, I did start shaking a bit right after he went down. I think that was just the excitement.
Nice deer, Matt.
Coming at me, and about the moment I stayed up in the tree for a good 10 minutes, and I came back down. He still kicked a little bit, and I put one behind his head when I got down just to make sure.
Excellent.
And if you want to take a look at this little 4-point right here, you'll see him right here. He's there he is.
You got it, baby.
You'll see him right here. He's
Suppose it. A second.
Tell me when.
Okay, you're fine. Oh, I see. Yeah, those would be a couple. It's good with all the stuff behind you.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, is that what you said?
I said, bring out the lard and onions, honey. I'm gutting you a book.